Okay, so today's assignment is focused on multiple step equations using the distributive property. All right, so just starting simple, remember there's basically 3 steps that you want to follow. 1, you distribute. Remember, distribute means to multiply. Second step, we're going to combine our like terms. And then the third step is to solve the algebraic equation. So let's start with number 2. So number 2 has parentheses, which means we are going to distribute. Okay, so we're going to distribute 6 times y and then 6 times 3. So we're going to get 2y because we haven't used that. 6 times y is 6y, so plus 6y. 6 times 3 plus 18 equals 34. Step 1 done. All right, step 2, we're going to combine our like terms. So 2y plus 6y, which is 8y. Now 18 has nothing to be combined with, so we're just going to keep plus 18 equals 34. All right, now at this point, all we want to do is isolate the variable. So remember, when we're isolating the variable, we start with what is not next to the variable or with the variable directly. So we don't want to start with this 8, we want to start with the plus 18. So the inverse of plus 18 means we would subtract 18. And if I do it on the left side, we also want to do it on the right. So we get 8y is equal to 34 minus 18. So when we do that, we get 16, okay? All right, so now I have 8y. Remember, 8 next to a variable means 8 times y. So we're going to divide by 8 to undo it, the opposite. 8 divided by 8 is 1, so we're left with y equals 16 divided by 8 is 2. And that is our solution. Now remember, you can check your answers by substituting in wherever you see a y, you would put the 2. And when you do the math, you should end up getting 34. All right, let's take a look at, let's do number 6. That one looks a little complicated. We have 2 distributions. So on the first one, we're going to distribute a 4. And on the second one, we're going to distribute a negative 2, okay? All right, so 4 times a is 4a. 4 times 3 is 12. Negative 2 times a is negative 2a. And negative 2 times 6 is negative 12, equals 20. Like terms, we're going to do 4a and negative 2a, 12 and negative 12. Well, when I do this, 4a minus 2a is 2a. 12 plus negative 12 is 0. So they cancel out. They're gone. So all I'm left with is 2a equals 20. Well, 2 times a, I undo that by dividing by 2. A is equal to 10. And that's it. That's all there was. So while that might have looked complicated, when you actually did the work, it was pretty simple. All right, let's look at number 7. So here we're going to distribute a 6. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 2 is 12. Bring down what you haven't used. Minus 4x plus 6 equals 36. Combine your like terms. So 6x, negative 4x, 12, and 6. 6x plus negative 4x is 2x. 12 plus 6 is 18. Equals 36. Draw my balance line. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is get rid of that plus 18 to start my isolation process. So the opposite of plus 18 is minus 18. 2x is equal to 36 minus 18, which is 18. 2x means 2 times x, so I divide by 2. Remember, 2 divided by 2 is 1x, so we're left with x equals 18 divided by 2 is 9. Go back and circle my answers here. All right, one more. So let's go down, and while it might seem hard, really they're not too difficult down here. Number 14 looks long and complicated, but when you just slow down, it really isn't as hard as you think. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is distribute. So I look for my parentheses, and I'm going to distribute a negative 2 here. Bring down what you have not used. So 2x plus 4x plus 6x. And now I'm going to distribute. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And negative 2 times a positive 3 is negative 6, equals 34. All right, combine your like terms. Like terms, 2x, 4x, 6x, negative 2x. Well, I don't have anything to combine with negative 6, so this is really an easy problem. 2x plus 4x is 6x. 6x plus 6x is 12x. Minus 2x is 10x. Minus 6, because we didn't have any like terms, equals 34. All right, now we're just going to solve for that x. So instead of subtracting 6, we're going to add 6. I have 10x equals, 40. And to undo 10 times x, we're going to divide by 10. X is equal to 4. Simple. Okay, so just review. Follow your steps to do these. Keep your work nice and neat. Make sure you use your balance line to show your work. Step 1, distribute, which ultimately means multiply. Step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, isolate your variable. Okay, so start with what's not with the variable. So just to review, remember on all these problems, once we solved them, so like this one, we started with plus 18. This next one, remember that we didn't have anything, so we went ahead and did what was with our variable. Here, we started with the plus 18 by minus 18. And the last one down here, we started with the minus 6. We never touched the variable until the very last step. Okay? All right, your job is to finish what we have left.